I get the cramps.
In 94 counties in Tennessee, it's just football. But not in this town. In Lewis County, this is a way of life. You're tuned in to the High Forest Sports Network. Marty Spears, Matthew Farr, and Josh McDonald bringing you the action. Kickoff is right around the corner. This is Lewis County football.
Good evening, Panther fans. Welcome to this week's edition of Coach's Show here on the High Forest Sports Network. Tonight, our show is brought to you by Junkyard Dog, Highland Corporation, Baxter Services, Assure Title and Escrow, People's Bank, Casa Grande, Andrew Yarbrough, Attorney at Law, the City of Hornwall, 2C Septic Cleaning and Portable Toilet Rentals, and this week's game sponsor, Bank of Lewis County. Seems like it's been a while since we've been together. We were off last week. Panthers, looking back on our last game, Panthers keep rolling. Before the bye week there, taking care of business at Scottsdale, 41-8 win to remain undefeated. Tonight, we're going to recap dominant performance, talk about what the team worked on during the bye week, and preview this Friday's big non-region matchup against Lexington. Going back and looking at Scotts Hill, another fast start for the Panthers. First quarter, Lewis County exploded out of the gate with Colt Skelton. He found Colby Fattinger on a 30-yard touchdown strike to open the scoring. Just a few moments later, Drew Ray added a 9-yard touchdown run. Braden Cooper picked off a pass and returned it 23 yards for a touchdown, his second defensive score in 2 weeks. Ray punched in another score from 9 yards out as Panthers built a commanding 27-0 lead after the first quarter. Second quarter, Skelton connected with Cade Carroll on a 45-yard touchdown pass to extend the lead 34-0 heading into the halftime. Second half scoring saw the Panthers control the clock most of the time. Phoenix McDonald hit Sean Lewis for a 23-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter to cap off our scoring. Right at the end of the game, Scotts Hill finally got on the board, but Panthers still cruised to 41-8 victory on the road. Offensive stats for the night: Colt Skelton went 4 for 5 passing, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns. Phoenix McDonald was 1 for 2 passing, 23 yards and a touchdown. Drew Ray, 6 carries, 44 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Cade Carroll, 2 catches, 57 yards, 1 touchdown. Colby Fattinger, 1 catch, 38 yards, 1 touchdown. Team totals, 268 yards on 27 plays. Still a big average, 9.9 yards per play. Looking back at this game, I know it's hard to look back. It's been a couple of weeks. Tell us a little bit about your team. Your offense came out on fire. Scored 27 points in the first quarter. What was your mindset coming into this game?
Yeah, we just wanted to start quick and obviously take care of business and get a lot of guys in, get a lot of young guys to play. And I thought we did that. Defense scored a touchdown. Special teams blocked a punt early on, and I thought the first quarter, for all intents and purposes, was pretty clean. We had the one mishap on the extra point, but other than that, I thought we played well on that. It's hard; those are tough. It's hard to know how long do you keep you guys in, when do you take them out, and all of that. But I thought our staff did a good job of getting guys out and getting other younger guys in, but the guys. They had a good mindset going into the week, take care of business, and let's get those young guys in. And I think we did that.
You pretty much had your starters out by midway of the second quarter. I think I saw you subbing in right at the beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah, I think we actually we subbed Tucker out quick. They were high-low on him on defense, and I didn't want to get him rolled up, so we took him out quick. And then just started rolling guys as we go. But I think we pretty much had everybody out right into the second quarter.
I saw multiple players contribute.
Yep.
Ray, Carroll, Fattinger, Lewis, all found the end zone.
Yep. I like that.
Nice to see that kind of balance and
Yeah.
get the ball spread around. It's when you look at a game like this, kind of hard to get up for a game like this because you know going in that you're the heavy favorite. You're old playing against a lesser opponent. Not taking anything away from Scottsdale, but they're on they've got a down year. This is where we've talked about Drew Ray and his, I guess, quest for Mr. Football. Josh has been beating that drum for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's a game that kind of hurts that a little bit. The stats don't tell the whole story. Drew probably never touched the ball after middle of the second quarter. I don't guess.
No,
he was out.
I took him out at the end of the first, so he didn't touch
Maybe it's in the first. So
I don't even know what he had.
he had 44 yards, but he had two touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's just not a real good gauge for
No.
the biggest bright spot for a game like this. Probably the only bright spot, honestly, is you get a lot of playing time for a lot of guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Outside of that,
That's the one thing, I've talked about it before and talked about it with our staff. The running clock I really don't like just because of that. You're not able to get a lot of those guys in for a long time. It just goes so quick.
yeah, they get to play against competition. That's
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
meaningful
Scottsdale,
reps too. That's
yeah, they
great
left
for that part of it.
they left their guys in, so it's great. It's just not long enough.
Yeah, and on the other side, you do hate that for all the starters involved because you do a lot of prep work through the week.
Correct.
And that's just not a lot of payoff.
No.
You go down and you get to play a quarter.
Yep.
And you take a guy like Drew, who's the stat leader in just about everything, and he gets to play a quarter.
Right.
There's a lot of schools that would sit him out there and pat his stat,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
which you'd have issues if you did that. I think you understand. A lot of coaches don't have the sense to take a guy out when he don't need to be out there anymore.
It was not a game to pad stats right there.
No, sir.
Like you said, you're talking about Tucker, the high and low in him, and you get somebody hurt on pretty much a game you've got in hand.
You can't do that.
That's that would be terrible. A little bit about defense. Held Scottsdale to 100 total yards. Most of those came on probably their last drive of the game where they scored. I'll say this pretty much. You said their starter, they never took their starters out, which they were a young team. I think they had 3 seniors. We're not saying, that they kept those in. It was probably their only option. But held them to 100 yards. Most of those came on the final drive, their final scoring drive. We forced 2 turnovers. Braden Cooper had an interception. He returned for 23 yards for a touchdown. Aiden Wise had fumble recovery. Kobe Cates, 4 tackles, 1 sack. Sean Lewis, 7 total tackles. Team totals, 2 takeaways, 1 defensive touchdown, and 1 block punt. Who had that block punt?
Spencer Clark.
Spencer Clark had. Okay.
Yes, sir. Awesome job.
Once again, special teams highlight.
You love it.
I think we've had 1 week where we didn't have a special team highlight.
Yep.
Goes to show the importance. You tell that you've made a conscious effort, put on special teams this year.
Absolutely.
Matthew, you mind if I poke the bear just for
Have
1
at
second?
it. Have at it.
So I'm poking myself too.
Okay.
This is directly at you, but this is in a roundabout way. This is just the end of that game. We had freshmen out there. They're playing their butts off, playing really well.
Yeah.
Knox Rainey House is about a 60-yarder. We get a phantom holding call, probably 20 yards away from the ball, after basically Knox had scored the touchdown. Probably the most upset I've seen you all year.
Yeah.
But I'm not just going to poke you because this is like a common theme I see now. And I do feel sorry for the refs at every level because they have a job, really hard job. Got a lot of scrutiny from a lot of eyes. If you watch any level of ball outside of, like, if you cut on the TV this past weekend, there was some horrid officiating from some well-paid people.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn, Georgia. I'm neutral in that game. I don't really give a crap who wins that game.
Mm-hmm.
It was that was some of the most egregious officiating I've ever seen in my life. But to go back to that, why are we making calls like that? I mean, you took a 60-yard touchdown from a freshman.
I think that's what I was so frustrated about is
Absolutely.
that, you know, what if, I mean, it's a young guy and Knox is going to have a lot of opportunities going forward, but what if it wasn't? You know, what if he didn't have those opportunities? And, you know, the clock had ran out. I mean, essentially, that was the last play of the game.
Yeah.
You took a kid's name out of the newspaper and all that, and, you know, we don't get caught up in all that. But, man, for a young kid that works his butt off, that's a big deal. And
Yeah,
it's frustrating. Heck, I was honestly going to go to the locker room with the referee. I mean, that's how angry I was about it. I was following him all the way.
yeah.
Probably a good thing it was the end of the game.
Yeah, probably
Probably
so.
been more than a holding call there.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Sorry,
going back to talking about your defense, we hashed that out all night talking about that
Yeah,
call. But,
yeah.
Defense, they continue to dominate.
Yep, for sure.
Just 100 total yards. I've lost count now.
A lot.
Well, all but 2 games, we've had 100 yards or less.
Pretty good.
Allowed 100 yards or less.
That defense has been great.
What stands out about their effort all the way around?
Well, like we talked about all year, you know, we get to the football, 11 guys to the football, we talk about it all the time. And, man, they just play hard. This bunch, we've said it all year long, they get after it. They don't want to wait on somebody else to make the play. They're going to go make it. And you see that a lot. We got 11 guys around the football, which is a testament to them.
Braden Cooper, pick 6. It pretty much set the tone of the game there.
Shout out. I don't know who tipped it. It was either Nate or Cade. It's kind of hard to tell. I think it was Nate, but tipped it up in the air and then fell right into Cooper's lap.
Is that his third defensive score or second?
I know it's his second.
Yeah, second.
For sure.
Couldn't remember if there was a third one or not.
I think he had a rushing touchdown early in the year. Maybe.
I knew
Possibly.
he returned that fumble against
Something like that.
Aiden Wise recovered another fumble. So plus two on the turnovers.
Good.
The energy in those turnovers that has to keep, that nothing gives you more momentum than a turnover whenever you
Yeah. And we've done a good job that game, especially capitalizing on those, I think of course the pick was a pick 6, but the block punt, I think we scored the next play, stuff like that. You got to take advantage of turnovers when they come your way. And I think we've done a good job of that all year long.
You played that entire first half, basically inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
Outside of we
kickoff. Talked about that. Stayed still on that side of the field, which is good.
I'd like to see a stat of how many where your drive start at.
Average start time.
Average.
We need to I'll get Coach Yarb on that. See if we can't pull a little data. I mean, we've got it, obviously.
It's got to be outstanding because there's been so many times you've been inside.
We did it after the Loretta game. And
you did it. It was
49.
Yeah, it's close to the 50-yard line. I mean,
I don't think it's went down
a little bit, but not a lot because ain't nobody kicking it deep. Still, we hadn't seen a team kick it deep since Houston County.
Well, you hadn't really, other than an opening kickoff or
that's
kickoff
true.
at the half.
You've done a good job on that as well. No, nobody's having a kick.
Well, every possession that game, you started on the plus side of the field.
Correct.
And that'll really skew the stats when you start doing that.
No doubt.
Whenever you go back to Summertown, they didn't just the opening kickoff. I guess was the only, or the kickoff at half was the only kickoff that they had.
Correct. You love that.
Yeah, it's hard to. That's winning football right
Yes,
there.
sir.
It's a good recipe.
Yep.
We'll move on. Not a whole lot to say about the Scottsdale game this week. You went in the bye week undefeated, playing some of your best football. What were some of your goals during that week off?
We always practice on Monday and Tuesday, and then give the guys kind of a little break afterwards. But work on the fundamentals, essentially. Go back to us. It's all about us. Just focusing on those little things that have got us here. And I thought we had 2 great days. We come in at 6 a.m. last week on Monday and Tuesday, and I thought we had 2 great days. So about as good of a fall break week as you could have. And then, you give the guys a little rest, a little break, kind of reset, if you will, and then get ready for this stretch run, which we're fixing to start on Friday night.
Pretty tough stretch ahead.
Yep.
Everybody healthy?
Yeah. I think, obviously Coker, we set him out against Scotts Hill. He practiced today. Pretty much no limitations, so I think he should be back ready to go, which is good.
I think it was good timing on the bye.
Yeah.
I text you over.
Yeah,
the
we
week.
talked
I said,
about it.
I'm not a fan of buys, but it was a good timing of it. It's kind of
Yep.
just right there in front of your stretch run, gives you a little time to get your legs back under you.
Agree.
Glad it's over.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of weird having I've kind of got accustomed to this.
We're ready to get back out there under the lights.
All right, before we move on and talk about Lexington, we've got a couple of guests. We're going to bring in Braylon Bean and Braden Cooper. They're going to be our guests tonight.
Yep.
We're going to take a quick break. And
I know you've wanted Coop, he's going to be great, but man, Bino is a hoot. I just want y'all to know. I love that dude. So, yeah, get him tongue-tied, kind of put him under the spotlight, and have a little fun with him for me, okay?
He's going to be over there next to Josh.
Make sure.
We'll have some fun.
Yeah, make sure you get him. All right, we go to break.
All right, be back in a minute. All right, we're back. Good to have Braden Cooper and Braylon Bean with us. They've come in with these sleeveless shirts. They're trying to show off, I think. We're
I
going
believe somebody's been flexing in the gym mirrors. Bean.
before the end of this section, we're going to arm wrestle both of them.
Okay.
But glad to have y'all with us tonight. Outstanding year so far.
Yes, sir.
We'll start with Braden. Been pretty dominating, playing middle linebacker.
Sir.
Ran the ball a little bit first of the year, played a little guard. Just selfless. You filled in at guard, had a couple of injuries. Just really selfless of you stepping in to play guard. Know you want to run the football.
Yes, sir.
Everybody wants to run the football, but talk about these last couple of games you've had. I talked about it on at the Summertown game. Probably wasn't a happier person on that field whenever you picked up that fumble and scored.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about your interception against Scotts Hill.
It felt really good, but I give most of the credit to the D-line, getting back there, tipping it up so I can be there, catch it, and take it to the end zone.
It's
I want to ask you about one in specifically, unless you had something to
No,
tag
go
on.
ahead. I know where you're going.
The
That's
hit on
kind of,
Max
I was going to
Dillon.
bring that up.
Yeah, that's, everybody likes to score. That wasn't a score, but dude, like, I seen you planted him. It's one of those that's on the headset. I went, ooh. And like, when you got up off of him, I told Matthew, I said, I think he just took his soul with him as he got up off of him. It, like, that was awesome. That was one of my favorite plays of this year.
Yes, sir. That was my favorite play so far this season.
And I could tell you enjoyed it because
Yes, sir.
you had a little mojo for that game, no
Yes,
doubt,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
But to go to Braylon, that's, I've known you for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Got to see you play a lot of ball. That's probably my favorite thing about watching this year's team. Y'all just bring some nasty. And, you kind of pride yourself on playing very physical too, correct?
Yes, sir. We just love hitting right now, and that's what is winning us ball games right now.
Absolutely. It's taking this team up a notch. Over the years, we've had some good ball teams, but this team right here has some physicality to it and some nasty to it. And then it's not dirty. I'm not saying it's dirty, but it's when y'all get there, y'all come with a bad attitude, and that's just exactly how you need to do it. And I would love to watch it.
You got kids that love to hit.
Yes,
And
sir.
that's, we've got a team full of them this year. You got teams that love to hit, our kids love to hit, kids that don't like to hit so much.
Yep.
But I think we've got a team full of kids that like to hit this year.
I've been looking forward to this opportunity. It's been great talking to all of y'all. I mean, y'all gave some great answers, some great feedback, but I've been looking forward to this one just for the fact I thought these are the boys that are going to bring the nasty. They're probably going to bring some pretty good stuff to the interview.
There hasn't been a week go by that one of these two, with the exception maybe this, you can't really go by this game because, like I said, y'all were on the sidelines after the middle of the second quarter. But there hasn't been a game that one of you two, I don't think, were the leading tacklers for the game. Y'all kind of went back and forth. Just pretty impressive seeing some of the defensive stats that y'all put up. What do you? I know what your goals are as a team. You or when you say goals, most everybody's give the same answer. They're looking to next game.
Mm-hmm.
The way y'all play defense, to start the season, what did you have in mind? What your goal would be personally, as far as, did you have a stat line in mind, or what? Just tell us a little bit about what your goals were for the season.
Start of the season, I wanted to be the number one tackler in 2A. That was my main goal coming in. Like for myself, but as a team, I wanted to compete for playoffs, championship.
Well, coming in from last year, I was the second highest leading tackler, but I knew this year it wasn't going to be that because we had a bunch of guys back. We obviously got Coop, and I could tell that he was a physical attribute to the team. As soon as we got on as soon as we got into the pads, I just knew it was going to be a fun year for all of us.
I want to ask you about a specific play too, Bean. I'm trying to think with who we were playing. You broke a long run. You was going from left to right. You break this long run down the sideline, and you have one man to beat. Instead of trying to beat him, you just tried to end him. Who were we playing?
Loretta.
Loretta game.
That all makes sense. Then. So you didn't seek the sideline. You didn't seek a cutback. You seek the corner, basically, and tried to flatten him, if I'm not mistaken. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's really what I do. I really want to try to hurt somebody when I'm running the ball. I like to run them over. It makes me feel good, better than running somebody over and then making the touchdown and trying to make a dude miss.
Goes
You're
back
not
to
a
that.
juke move kind of guy. are you?
Oh, that's why we got Drew Ray. He'll pull the moves. I'll try to run somebody over.
That's a great answer, Bean.
Goes back to having kids that like to hit.
Yeah, that's right. It's because
Fun to
I remember
watch.
sitting there and watching it live. I thought, well, Bean didn't do nothing but try to kill the corner. It was a great 40-yard gain, if I'm not mistaken, 40-ish yard gain. And then you just absolutely punished that poor kid. Of course, there's been a few times I asked Cade about it too, because there's been a few times Coach Iser's called a play where he's got Cade against the nickelback.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not fair. You got a 140-pound kid he killed that kid down Adamsville. Adamsville kid, he laid there and thought about life decisions after he hit it.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to this game against Lexington, you had a week off. Rusty getting started this week, or
No, sir, I think we came back into practice ready to go.
good deal?
Absolutely. This practice right here just proved that on defense, we wanted it. And we want this game more than anything because a lot of people are doubting us since they're a 4A school.
Yes, sir.
Always good to be a little bit of underdog, isn't it?
How are y'all guys
Having
feeling
all
at this
season.
time of year? Yeah, I mean, you're 7 games in, you've took some licks, gave some licks. Usually you got some bumps, bruises. Y'all feeling like health 100%?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That fall break really helped get us.
It was great
back
time.
It was
fresh.
nice to have a break.
Yes, sir.
That's, I'm really looking forward to this game. Don't want to spoil, we're fixing to do like a preview of the game. I don't doubt this team. I really don't. Not in this one. I know what this is going to be. They're going to have some athletes. They're going to have some kids. They're going to have some numbers. I'm not doubting what I've seen from y'all. I really think we're going to go down there and play ball, kind of show them what it's about.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a test.
It is.
It's going to be a big test, but I think if y'all play the ball y'all been playing all year, I think you can handle it.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's a good measuring stick. That's about all you can make of it. I mean, we're playing a little better competition, but that's what we want. We don't like those last games. That's the young kids benefit from it greatly, but
Yeah,
for y'all's part, it's
these are the games you want to play in.
yeah, that's right. That's exactly
These are
right.
the most memorable ones.
We're not going to look ahead to anything, but this next stretch is going to be fun.
This is what I've been waiting for all
Yes,
year.
sir.
That's right. The next two, or the next three, that's just setting the table for the playoffs. And
Absolutely.
that's when it's about to get good.
Yes, sir.
The next two is the big two games. That last one, I guess it's a little bigger for me and you. But we want a little retribution from some of the things that.
If you're going to order the Sunday, you want to put a cherry on top of the damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly right. You got anything else you want to ask them?
All right, we can sit and talk ball all night, but I got a meeting I got to go to, so we better keep it short, I guess.
All right. Y'all got anything else y'all want to add?
No, sir. We're just ready to play.
Yeah, ready to play. Looking forward to this game.
Yes, sir.
We're looking forward to watching y'all play.
We're going to take a break. We're going to arm wrestle these two. See.
I want
see how-
Ronnie. You can go against these. I'm going to take Ronnie.
I was going for Ronnie. He's your competition. All right.
For sure.
Thank you guys for being with us.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having us.
Thank you.
All right, we're back. This Friday night, Panthers travel to take on Lexington Tigers, one of the stronger 4A programs in West Tennessee. Lexington comes in 6-2. Good wins over Bolivar Central, Riverside, Jackson North Side, Chester County, Jackson South Side. 2 losses against Crockett County and South Gibson, both those quality football teams. They're physical up front, play fast defensively, be a great test for Lewis County. We look to stay sharp. Heading down this final stretch of the season, hard to believe there's only 3 games left in the regular season.
Man,
I
it
don't
flies
know
by.
where it's
quick.
went this year. Talk a little bit about Lexington. They're a good football team. Wins over some solid programs. What do you see from them on film?
Man, they're just smash mouth football team. They really play hard. They get after it. They're going to do what they do. They don't want to line up and run it down your throat, and then take shots. You got a couple of receivers on the edge that can go. Running back, man, he's just a tough runner. Very impressed with him. And then defensively, man, they fly to the ball. I kind of think they kind of remind me of us a little bit defensively. They get 11 people to the football as well. And so it's going to be a tough test. Coach Carr, obviously was at Milan. He's heck of a football coach. And then they've got, one of Lewis County's defense coordinator, Manson. Love that dude. And then, their special teams guy, Mason, he does a great job. And, man, he's got a lot of energy on the sideline. He cracks me up. He's one of Owen's better buddies. So, man, they're well coached, and they play hard. They're a great reflection of that staff and everything they do.
Defensively, they, like you said, sound like a pretty much a mirror image of us. After a bye week, sometimes teams start slow.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got to do? Make sure you guys come out focused and ready for the opening kick.
Yeah, I think that's always a worry. Definitely, you want to make sure that we come out and execute, not kind of a jet lag, if you will. I think practice today, it started off like that a little bit, but man, towards the end, I thought they really picked it up. And you guys heard those guys right there. They were flying around on defense, really getting after it. So I think the mentality of this team is a little bit different than most. I think they're going to be ready to play. They've kind of been off for a week and a half, if you will, and it's almost like let's go. So I think they'll be ready to go.
When you talk to somebody, sometimes you just get the impression, some guys are just more football guys.
No doubt.
You got a lot of guys that are football players,
Yes.
and then you got a guy that's a football guy.
Yep.
Those 2 guys that just walked out here are football guys.
Ain't no doubt.
I mean,
Through and through.
I've got that impression from most everybody we've interviewed this year.
Our guys
At
are great.
some point, is like
They just love it,
they didn't
man.
enjoy the bye week.
No, they did.
They wanted to play ball.
Well, 2 weeks ago, they begged me not to take them out.
I don't blame them.
I mean, they just want to go play, and they love football, and you love that as a coach. I love that.
Non-region matchup.
Yep.
Doesn't really count for anything toward our region or anything, but it's a good midseason, good measuring stick. What do you want to see from them?
It's
Prepare for the rest of the season.
the same thing we talk about every week. We want to go 1-0. This week's no different. You heard the guys talking about playing a 4A school. I think that is great for us. Heading into next week's matchup with Mount Pleasant and then Parsons and into the playoffs, you want to play good teams. You want to be battle tested. And it's just another game that we're going to be able to do that. But the mentality is always the same. It doesn't matter who we're playing. This week, we want to go 1-0.
I want to ask you about that a little bit. It's not necessarily on the Lexington part of it, but Lexington Falls this year, they're a 4A school. They're a great, I don't know if they're a great 4A school, but they're a really good 4A school.
Yeah.
They're a great measuring stick for us.
Yeah.
They're very similar to what you will see as you progress through the playoffs.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
said, how hard is it? Like when you start stepping up in classifications, I mean, obviously you're playing bigger schools with, more kids to choose from. But that's about the only way you can really get competitive games is by stepping up in competition, right? Because, I mean, you don't really want to play a lot of 2A schools. So is that going to be a trend that you're probably going to try to do going forward, is play more schools like that?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to. This dude, I'll say this: scheduling is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Coach Sharp didn't prepare me for that. I will say that. But making a schedule is very difficult. But we kind of lucked out with Coach Carr. He's been great to me. He's a great guy, great coach, obviously. But he reached out to me, and obviously with my history with Coach Sharp, and then we played in Milan a couple years ago. I just thought it was a good test for us, and he does things right. He runs his program right, and those are the teams you want to play, especially if you're going to go up in classifications.
I agree. But how hard is that? Like, when you look around, we live in a very rural part of Tennessee.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
So how far do we need to travel? All the logistics going into Lexington's perfect because they're an hour.
Correct.
So to play somebody else, we don't want to really travel across the state.
No, that's
for
hard.
Just a routine game.
And that's the hardest part about it. There's not a lot of. They're either in your region or they're somebody that you really don't want to play.
Right.
Y'all know me, my history. I would love to get Waynesboro on the schedule at some point, and I've tried to do that. But other than that, I mean, we want to play good teams. We want to play good competition. I think it helps us down the stretch.
That's I'm kind of a football junkie. Like if you look around, East Nashville dropped back to 2A this year. I'm not real sure about all that, but
I don't think nobody is.
But that said, they're in Region 6, if I'm not mistaken. We're 5,
7, 6. I don't know.
It's kind of screwed up. But anyway, my hat's off to them, not for being in 2A. But have you seen their out of region schedule?
Yeah.
They're brutal.
They are. They
I mean,
play.
they're playing 5 and 6 days.
Ain't no slack. No.
But you can do that when you're in Nashville. I mean, you've got.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot
That's right.
more.
It's right down the street.
They've got a lot more proximity teams around them. But yeah, I agree. I think you want to play good teams.
But that's a fine line to me too, because like you can't consistently play 6A schools as a 2A school. If you can, you probably are in the wrong classification.
Correct.
Right.
Well, and it's other things that people don't even think about. Man, it's hard. It's hard here in the small school getting the buses on time.
Yep.
It's hard being able to get to these places. I mean, when you're having to leave at 3:00 to get to a game, our kids don't even get to go eat and stuff like that. That's the stuff that's hard if you have to travel. And we've been blessed. Obviously, Adamsville this year is the farthest game we've had, which it's a haul, but in that 1.5 hour range, I think is doable.
If you draw that hour and a half circle around us, it's an odd mix.
No doubt. No doubt.
Not a lot to choose from in that circle.
No, not
as far as
Well, and then you've got your region games that are already set, and then you're trying to match up with people that have the open weeks that you do, and their region games are not the same. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was one of the hardest things I've had to do is just to make the schedule in itself, And like I said, we got lucky with Lexington just because of Coach Carr,
Well, and if you put the shoe on the other foot, if you're a 4A school or a 5A school, whatever, and Lewis County calls you, so you won't play us? Not really. Why would I? What do I got to gain for playing you?
Agree.
If it's competitive, it looks terrible for me or if I lose.
Agree.
So it's kind of a catch-22 thing.
Ain't no doubt.
Didn't mean to sidetrack us there. I'm just curious about that.
That's a valid question.
Big part of this. I mean, you're talking about Lexington. That's you look in our area. You've got probably two schools. You've got Lawrenceburg, and you got Lexington.
Yep.
That's it's in close enough to travel to. Anything else you want to add about Lexington before we move on to the most important part of this show?
No, I mean, like I said, well coached. It's going to be a great test for our guys. We need to come out and play well, execute early, and get after them and see what we're made of. And I think our guys are ready to roll. And then
My guy in Vegas says Lewis County is trending, Matthew.
I agree with you.
Your guy in Vegas ain't very good, according to our picks that we're
Yeah.
fixing to talk about.
Yeah.
So,
Honestly, the Vegas guy was right, but my gut was wrong.
oh, okay. Is that what it was?
Because sometimes you go against the dog or go with the dog. You shouldn't have. You should have beat the dog.
All right, we want to take a quick break before we
Yeah.
get started. We want to go on into it.
Well, you're the boss.
You're the boss.
We'll take a quick break.
All right.
How about that?
All right, we're back. We started a new segment on our last show. We did a little,
We like to have fun too.
we like to have a little fun. Did a little pick 'em show.
Do we need to put a disclaimer on this? I just thought about that. I mean, obviously, you probably don't need to seek our advice if you're
If you're
gambler.
This
don't
is-
don't get on FanDuel with your picks.
Right.
That what you're
Do
saying?
Not if you
not-
expect to win money.
Do not follow our advice.
Quite honestly, if you want to use it,
Hey,
you might want to go the other direction.
I will say this also. You know, since you didn't join us at the Blue Moose last week,
Yeah, some people got to work.
you know, Ford did, and I'm gonna put it out on there. He tried to cheat and get the picks early so he could do some research, but I wouldn't let him. I stood tall. I want you to know that. Okay.
This is already feels very suspect. I'm not gonna lie. I would expect nothing less from Favre, but the fact that you stood tall is very shocking.
I do that a lot.
Yeah, this shows one spot.
All right, week one of our picks, I went 2 for 3. Or
No.
I went 2 for 5.
2 and
We went 2 and 3.
Yeah, it
Pardon me.
sounds a little bit worse.
Sounds a little bit worse.
203 would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 out of 5 is not so great.
went 2 and 3. I'll say that. We
Okay.
both, but so did Josh. He went 2
Hey,
and 3.
so we're tied.
We're tied up.
We've got a great round of picks this week, I think. I think y'all are going to really
I don't think
enjoy
we
it.
need to recap.
No,
No, let's-
I mean,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can.
I figured
I
don't
could drop
think
an
so.
elbow on somebody, but I ain't going to.
I was waiting. There's one thing I do want to bring up about last week's picks.
I knew you'd go there.
I know that as much as somebody in this room has talked about Summertown,
they came through for him.
they came through for
Yes,
him.
they did.
Sometimes you get paid to give a pep talk. I mean, y'all can call it what you want.
Did you get them ready?
You got them boys right.
They were right.
They were right.
If you watch that game,
They dominated.
the offense is still bad. You know what I'm saying?
They dominated.
But
that game.
Loretta is worse. Hello.
Okay.
Oh, a year-
Sometimes somebody
a
puts the
year-
bait out and you just take the bait.
A year from now, this show is.
Yeah, we're
replayed.
gonna be screwed. All because of Josh. He's not on staff, just so everybody knows.
No, I'll put the pads on, boys.
All right, let's jump into it. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
All right. As always, we're going to start with our high school games of the week. Okay. And we're going to go back to a familiar foe. And our first game on the docket is Summertown at Richland this Friday night.
Ooh,
Summertown at Richland.
what's Vegas say?
Yeah, I'm not at liberty to say.
You don't got a guy.
I do not.
I'll let you. I picked. first
Yes,
last time.
no, Summertown, he's picking first.
Yeah, he's going to.
So I got a bat lead off this week.
Summertown at Richland. Who you got?
You know, last time we did this, I sat there and I told you every reason why Florida was going to beat Texas.
And then
And
you
then
picked.
turn around and pick Texas.
Yep.
I'm not doing that
both,
tonight.
We both did that.
Okay.
Richland.
Okay.
What's Richland's record?
Oh, Patterson. What is Patterson? 5-2, I think.
5-2.
I think he's 5-2.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've got to go with Richland.
and I think he's won 3 or 4 in a row.
You can't be
Something like that.
piggybacking far. Come on, man.
I've got.
So we're both. It's a wash on Richland. Going.
I can't pull.
Shout out to Coach Patterson while we're at it. Good luck to you.
I can't pull for Summertown.
Coach Patterson was here. He actually coached me as well, and then
Well,
I was able to coach with him.
that Summertown Loretta game was a lot like picking Alabama and Florida. It's like, man, that tastes bad.
It
Picking
hurts
either
you.
team. It's like neither one tastes good.
So it hurts you, is what you're telling me.
It was painful, yeah.
Okay, our second high school game of the week kind of a little preview, if you will, to next week is East Hickman traveling to Mount Pleasant. East Hickman at Mount Pleasant. Far, I think you'll take the reins on this one.
I'm gonna go East Hickman.
Okay,
Thank you.
I believe it's gonna be an upset right there.
that is an upset pick, I think.
I'm going to take that alley-oop and I'm going to dunk it Mount Pleasant. Not close.
Big,
Big.
he says. Make sure you write that down. Big.
Big.
Capitalize all three.
I capitalized it.
Put
and
two G's on
And
it.
I circled it.
That's that's the best thing about the pick 'em. I like it when y'all pick different teams. Then I can really get on the
That pick right there's got swagger behind it.
That's
It's
the
so
one.
confident.
I think that's an upset.
All right, now we're gonna move into the college game.
Hang on.
Yes.
Remember when Corso used to say, "Not so fast, my friend"?
Oh
I
yeah.
don't have the Corso voice, but not so fast, my friend.
Oh,
That ain't happening.
what ain't happening?
I think that's a big upset.
East.
Louise.
Oh,
Yeah.
that not so fast, my friend.
Yeah.
I might buy you 2 meals if that happens.
Oh. Okay, moving into college. Heck of a game Saturday. Ole Miss at Georgia. Georgia, kind of interesting number. I think Georgia is a 7.5-point favorite, but Ole Miss at Georgia, top 10 showdown. Kiffin's boys come in obviously undefeated, and then Georgia comes in with one loss to Bama. Josh, you're up.
Well, you probably didn't have the luxury. I think you was on your way home from Knoxville of watching the Auburn and Georgia game.
We stopped at the restaurant. We got to watch a little bit of it.
Auburn was clearly the better football team for the first half of that ball game.
Okay.
I kind of went to crap right there at the half. But Ole Miss is just a better team. Give me Ole Miss.
I like it.
I can't split from you on that one because that's exactly who I was going to pick.
So both of you guys going with the
Going against
upset
Vegas.
in between the hedges down in
Yeah,
Georgia.
That's a 7.5 point.
That's Ole Miss going on the road. That's a big win if they do.
That's an undefeated Ole Miss.
That's a hey, we're for real.
Yeah, that's putting a flag in the ground.
Okay.
Absolutely. And, for as much hate we got for Ugly, Kirby Smart's a good coach.
For sure.
He's pumped, but, he's a good coach.
He is.
It's
You
God
know
knows
how-
Lane Kiffin is.
You know I love Kiffin. So
You're the only one at this table that'll say that.
all right,
Guaranteed.
moving on. LSU, another interesting line, is at Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt, can't believe I would say this, but Vanderbilt is a 2.5-point favorite. Yes, sir. So LSU at Vandy. Vandy is a 2.5-point favorite. And Mr. Farr, you are up.
I'd rather go back and pick Summertown before I have to pick Vanderbilt.
Well, then you can always pick LSU. To the nature of the business. We've really
Man,
stumped him.
Not stumped. It's just there's just such a bad taste in my mouth to say this.
Well, you're picking Vandy.
Are you doing it?
He's
He
doing
can't
it.
even say it.
He's
putting it
going
on paper.
candy. He's not even going to say that loud. He's just putting
I'm not
candy
gonna-
on the
I
paper.
can't say it.
Candy
Makes me,
wrapper.
makes me want to throw up in my mouth a little bit.
Josh, 2.5-point favorite at home in Nashville.
11 a.m. kickoff,
Is it 11?
11 a.m.
I mean, Nashville,
And-
I feel like, is Nashville going to be rocking?
No,
They'll
Okay.
not unless there's like a bachelorette party down there. or something like that.
they'll-
I mean-
they might get another goalpost bent over.
Okay.
I don't think they'll break it. completely.
Okay.
They
Is
may not-
it
probably won't be enough-
inflatable? Is
Yeah,
that my
there probably
question?
won't be enough people there to tear the goalpost.
Yeah,
down.
maybe.
Okay.
All the ball fans know we're playing in Tuscaloosa, not in Nashville.
Well, I don't know if our team knows whether we're playing in Tuscaloosa. If you want
I'm
me to
talking
be
about the
honest.
fans, Ronnie.
Well, the team probably won't. We won't show up.
The
So
fans,
we're not
Ronnie.
going to talk about Tennessee. I promise.
I asked about the fans. We're not talking
We're not
about
talking about
Tennessee.
Tennessee. It's Vandy and LSU. Who you got?
Give me the Go Tigers.
Tigers. I love it. Two options.
Listen, I mean, that little spiel I just gave about going against your heart and your gut and all that crap.
You just did?
I just did,
Okay.
but I can't do it. My brother-in-law was a Commodore,
I
something like that, and
I don't know many Vanderbilt fans I even like.
That-
I mean,
there's
I don't
two.
I don't know
Yeah.
any Vanderbilt fans. Give me one.
I just told you one.
McCoy's one.
McCoy?
I really don't like him.
Oh, Lord.
Well, that's why I picked the Bayou
Well,
Bengals.
We're,
Go Tigers.
yeah,
Come on, Ed.
I cannot believe McCoy.
Yeah.
All right, and so our last pick of the day, another tight one. Missouri off of a close loss at Auburn, who's also off of a close loss. Missouri is a 1.5 point favorite on the road here. So Missouri at Auburn, both teams looking for a rebound, obviously, from a somewhat controversial loss, and then obviously Missouri a down the stretch loss. So who you got?
I think it's my turn.
Is it your turn? Okay.
Well, all that I just said, Auburn outplayed Georgia, and that is 100% fact.
Okay.
Auburn just ain't a very good team.
Okay.
Missouri is a fairly decent team. We got a good quarterback, good running game. The quarterback position at Auburn is terrible.
Okay.
Plains is a tough place to play.
It's definitely.
What time is that game?
Yeah, I think it is a night game.
Night game at the Plains?
Yeah,
That's worth a few points.
I want to say it's a night game. We're going to get our special GA here in just a moment to look it up, but I do
Give me
think-
that before I pick it, Far.
I do think it is a night game. Would you like to throw a little analysis while he's thinking?
It's one of those that I have no idea who'll win that game.
One of them. One of
One
the
of those
two.
will.
I don't know. They could both lose.
Night game.
It's night
It is a
game.
night
Night
game.
game.
We have
At
confirmed.
Auburn.
I would say probably 6:45.
That may be the hardest one to pick out of all of
Well,
them. Me.
That's
I
why.
don't-
That's why I'm good at my job.
here's where I'm going to go with it, Ronnie. Auburn at home is pretty safe pick,
Okay.
but Auburn's quarterback has not figured it out at all.
You keep telling me that.
I'm going Mizzou.
Missouri, it is.
That's what I want to say, Mizzou, because Eli Dorkowitz wins. He wins more games than he's not supposed to. So you got to give him credit.
He's favored in this.
He is favorite, but and Auburn, we're in save my job mode down there.
I don't think he's there yet.
He could be.
I think he is.
I don't
could be.
think so.
You never know. It's hard to say. I mean,
Well, I mean,
obviously Penn State.
we ain't trying to sidetrack here, but you know, Titans just pulled one of them maneuvers
This
where
is
they fired a
true.
guy after
This-
20
this is
games.
true.
Oh my God! Don't get us started on the time.
Yeah, don't use that for your background.
I'm going with Mizzou as well.
All right, so let's recap. Okay, both of you guys have picked Richland. Josh has Mount Pleasant,
Big.
big,
Big.
big, and Matthew has East. And then we've got both of you have picked the upset of Ole Miss over Georgia on the road. And then we differ on LSU Vandy. So Josh has LSU going on the road, getting a win. Vandy at home from Matthew. And then both of you guys pick Missouri. So it's going to be another week where
I think we both go 2-3 again.
it's very possible you just split down the middle.
Well, I'm going to start listening to my own preaching at some point and quit going against it.
Yeah,
You know,
you gave the people a good,
These college
good
games,
thought,
these
and then you
college
just
games are
went
hard.
straight against it.
Sometimes you just got to, Ronnie. I mean, there's certain things, the heart's got to speak a little louder than the head.
That's what I've been telling you about Tennessee.
No. You're so much in your fields when it comes to the Big Orange. You've told me they're going to lose every game. That right now.
No,
Yeah,
I have not
yes.
said that.
At some point, I've gotten a text from every game, and I've got I got the receipts. We should be an 0-6 according to your analysis, because
No.
there at some point the band takes the field and we start running through the tee, and somebody stumbles, and it's like,
It's over.
There's been a couple I thought.
did you
we-
see the
thought we
eighth
were
string receiver stumble?
I mean,
It's
did
over.
you watch the game Saturday?
I did.
We-
Start to finish.
Essentially lost that game.
You don't ever essentially lose.
Mississippi State, I believe we lost that one. I mean, who have we beat this year?
Hey, Farr's got an iPad over there.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's got, college football scores pulled up. And the data says we beat Arkansas by
I
4.
went to the Arkansas game.
Did you leave early?
No.
You didn't leave after the first
Actually,
one?
I didn't.
Did you have your blanket?
Okay. No, it was very warm where we were sitting. You know,
on the
and
sunny side.
you get up 34-17. We dominated the third quarter. And then everybody in America, and especially inside that stadium, knew that Arkansas was coming back. No doubt in our minds.
I will tell you this, and this ain't the heart speaking. This is the head telling you just exactly. Heupel he's better when he's a hungry dog.
Well,
When he gets out there and I told you earlier, he's going to be good this weekend because he's a dog. When he gets out there and he gets a little comfortable, he's slowly evolving into Jeff Fisher.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That is not you do not play conservative.
It's
Playing
hard.
conservative will get you beat every time. You got a guy like Taylor Green out there. Taylor Green is a weapon. Now, he needs to work on some things, but that dude was a handful. So that said, when Heupel gets in that hungry mode and he wants to be like, I'm fixing to beat you. And early on when he got to Tennessee, he knew he had a little bit less of a roster.
yeah.
He'd go out there and you look around and the spread would show you it was a 3-point game, Tennessee one way or the other. He put 48 on whoever they were playing in the first half. And he'd come out in the second half, he'd put up another 25. He made an example out of Missouri a few times. And Missouri would be favored in the game.
Yeah.
You remember those?
I do. It's hard being a Tennessee fan.
Let me tell you who I feel.
That's facts.
I'll
not
tell you
good
who
for
I
the
feel
soul.
sorry for.
Me.
More than anybody.
Shelby?
Me.
Shelby.
Yeah.
You know,
She's the
we
She's
text-
got wings.
She's
son.
definitely the same.
we text during ball games.
Who? You and my wife?
No,
Okay.
Sometime I send her condolences.
but we all text during some of these games. I've watched a few baseball games with you.
I think he left Hoover after the first pick.
I did not leave. I
He
hadn't
didn't,
left.
he didn't leave. He might as well.
I've only left a few games in my
He
life.
checked out.
But
Only a few.
it's hard to watch games with him. Shelby's there with him all the time. And I feel sorry for her.
Ride or die.
She's a saint.
Ride or die.
There'll be a star in her crown.
And there's a
one day.
lot of times when we're watching Tennessee, we die.
I don't know.
Those streets paved in gold, the mansion and stuff,
She's a saint.
there's going to be an extra level on hers.
Oh, I
Yeah.
guarantee. What she has to put up with.
St. Peter's sitting up there right now thinking, how did she put up with that?
All right, we're gonna close it out tonight. Thank everybody for tuning in, listening to us babble on. Mention our sponsors one more time: Junkyard Dog, Highland Corporation, Baxter Services, Assure Title and Escrow, People's Bank, Casa Grande, Andrew Yarbrough, Attorney at Law, City of Homewall, 2C Septic Cleaning and Portable Toilet Rentals. I got to talk to Olympia about that name. Bank of Lewis County is this week's
This week.
game sponsor.
Yep.
Big game this Friday night at Lexington. Hope everybody can make it to Lexington. If you can't, listen to us here or watch us on High Force Sports Network on Facebook and on YouTube. We'll be live this week on the call. I won't be there this week, so it'll be Josh, I guess,
I'll be
Marty. I think Boo may be going.
Awesome.
Boo Spears
Yes,
is a
yes.
throwback.
Wow.
Retro.
Matt may be going. I don't know who all's going. So there will be somebody there
We
to
need
entertain.
we need Matt there because if ain't nobody knows how to do the controls.
That's exactly
So
right.
Matt, I'm calling
Yeah,
you
we
out.
need somebody to drive the car.
Matt's got to be there.
Matt has got to be there.
Yeah.
For Josh McDonald, Ronnie Yeiser, I'm Matthew Farr. We'll see you next week.